thank you for choosing Chainlink Theater. Please, turn up your cell phones, grab your own snack, and hold on to your butts! Your feature presentation begins now!
Welcome back to Chainlink Theater, the show where every movie leads us to the next, one actor at a time. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Kyle.
And today we're linking from Bird on a Wire to Overboard, thanks to our next link in the chain, literally the one and only Goldie Hawn.
Yeah.
The
Goldie
only.
Hawn.
The First Wives Club alumni.
Yeah. Thank God we didn't have to watch that, but we still had to watch.
We really should have watched that. I love First Wives Club.
What did we watch last week?
Bird on a Wire.
It's been a long week. Okay, so she does make good movies.
You say she doesn't make good movies? What movie?
Bird on a Wire.
You didn't like that.
Yeah, well, it's better than this one.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
DLO.
What's DLO? Oh, you didn't laugh once?
You know I didn't.
Oh
You
my,
sitting right
yeah.
next to me.
He literally, and like the crazy thing is, we've watched this before, and I swear you liked it. We watched
That's
this probably
made up.
10 years ago, and you liked it. And you were like, oh, that was cute. And now you're like, fuck that movie. So, I don't know what's going on with you. I think I blame it on your stress levels.
My stress levels are medium, and this movie was atrocious.
And usually your stress levels are like -10. So I think that your stress levels are just very high, and that's why you're being a grouch and a butt about it. Oh, no, he kidnapped a woman.
Oh, no.
She got Stockholmed.
The horror.
Man. All right. Before we get into it, let's talk about Goldie.
Shall we talk about Goldie? Goldie was born in 1945.
Good Lord.
November 21st. She will be, what's that, 81?
Oh my gosh.
This year.
Wow.
Good for her. She was born in Washington, D.C.
Interesting.
Yeah. Raised in Maryland, though, which is right next door.
Mm-hmm.
She grew up Jewish. Looks like her mother owned a jewelry shop and a dance school, which gave her the passion for dance. Her father was a musician, so she started tap and ballet lessons at 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
So when she decided to get into entertainment, her go-to, profession, I guess, was go-go dancing.
Oh, so, I like that casino machine back in the day.
Was there a go-go dancing casino
the go-go dancing one.
Okay. She also performed on a few chorus lines on stage, and her film debut was as a dancer.
Oh, okay.
The one and only Genuine Original Family Band is the name of that movie.
I've heard of that.
Have you really?
I think so.
That's a lie. You're making
I'm pretty sure.
Up.
No, I've heard of that.
I made that up, so
no,
you have to make that up.
No, I've heard it up. I've heard it up. Yeah.
She went under the name of Goldie Jean.
Goldie Jeans, not my love.
That movie came out in 1968.
So is her name legitimately Goldie?
I don't know.
You know. Stellar research over here, as always.
Guys, we're in the back of a truck now.
Yeah.
This is way harder to prepare for now.
Yes, much harder.
The research is going to have to be dialed back.
If we keep doing it at all, we might just watch the movies and talk shit.
Yeah. What? To ourselves?
No.
Or the research might stop.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
If you guys want to know anything about the movies, you can look it up yourselves, maybe.
Yeah, I'm tired of doing it for you, honestly.
It's like 10 o'clock at night. We're parked outside of a gas station. I'm tired. I just want to play the Sort the Ducks game and go to bed.
Okay. Let's get this over with, guys, so she can sort ducks.
I have to.
She actually met Kurt Russell on that set.
On the Genuine #1 family band of all time?
That is the exact title. I don't know how you remembered that.
Amazing.
She was 21. He was 16 years old.
Oh, okay.
They met in 1968.
Jesus.
They did not start dating until 1983 when they reconnected on the set of Swing Shift.
When they were much older.
Much older. Yeah, 15 years later.
Yeah.
But they've been together ever since.
Lovely.
Which is adorable. And they famously, obviously, have chosen never to get married.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
They're adorable. She became a household name on the sketch comedy show Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, starring Rowan Atkinson. And her first major film role in 1969, 1 year after her first film role, because this happens all the time on this show, won her an Oscar.
What?
Cactus Flower.
What the hell is that?
Best Supporting Actress, Goldie Hawn's Oscar.
Cactus Flower.
Cactus Flower, 1969.
Hardly knew her.
That's what...
I don't know what that
You're
is.
stupid and I hate you.
I don't know what that is. All right.
Yeah, and then she kind of stopped acting forever, so...
No. No.
After, like, the 90s.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. First Wives Club is probably one of the last movies she ever did.
It was
And
hard
the
to pick a
Banger
Goldie Hawn
Sisters?
movie.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to watch First Wives Club.
Fuck you.
Oh, my
First Wives Club is amazing.
That can't be true.
I'm an actor. I have all of them. It's great. Could you imagine? I have 12 pages of notes for Overboard.
Oh,
Could you imagine the notes I'd have for First Wives Club? It would be line by line, shot for shot.
I don't even have a full page of notes on this movie.
What? I have 12 pages.
Well, you're going to be doing all the talking then.
Yeah, I am.
Shall we talk about Overboard?
Go for it.
Overboard came out in 1987. So they'd been together for 4 years. December 16th, towards the end of the year. It actually was directed by Gary Marshall. The amnesia plot was sparked by a real life story in the 80s of a woman who fell off a boat in Florida and lost her memory.
And someone abused her?
Nope, they added that part.
Okay, they just added the most horrific part of the whole story.
Yep.
All right.
The writers famously said that this film's story was heavily influenced by the 1974 film Swept Away, which I've never heard of.
Where a woman falls off a boat and gets Stockholmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That must be what happened.
Forced into indentured servitude or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a great movie.
It was lovely, lovely romance.
Leslie Dixon, the screenwriter, wrote the script specifically with Goldie and Kurt in mind.
Beautiful.
And when it was pitched to them, they both agreed immediately.
They were like, yep.
Yeah. Leslie Dixon actually went on to write Mrs. Doubtfire.
Never seen it.
And The Thomas Crown Affair.
Seen it.
And Freaky Friday.
Seen it.
And the Hairspray movie musical.
Oh my God, the one I like?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Limitless.
Never seen it.
You haven't?
No.
Oh.
Love how that's the one that shocks you.
Because I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Director Gary Marshall actually is pretty interesting too. He has so many movies
Is that Penny Marshall's dad?
are
or what
on
is
his
it?
IMDb. I don't know, maybe. But he created Happy Days
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and Laverne and Shirley
Okay.
and Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
And he directed Pretty Woman.
Oh my God, I love Pretty Woman.
Yeah, and he directed A League of Their Own and The Princess Diaries.
I love Princess Diaries.
That's insane. I'm not going to read all of them.
I don't like A
You
League
guys
of Their
go
Own
look them
now.
up. There's so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Penny Marshall, I thought, directed A League of Their Own.
I don't know. This is what it says.
Is Gary Marshall and Penny Marshall the same person?
I don't know anything.
Our research is from the back of a truck. We already told you guys.
It's cramped in here.
It is cramped.
Let me look it up. You keep them entertained.
I thought Penny Marshall did A League of Their Own because I remember something about her talking about it.
Oh, yeah. It says known for A League of Their Own. He's an actor in it.
Who the freak is that?
Gary Marshall.
Yeah.
Probably Penny Marshall's dad, now that you say
Is he
that.
Penny Marshall's dad or
I don't know
brother?
anything. I told you I don't know anything.
Okay, anyway. This
But he
isn't
did
about
direct
him.
Pretty Woman and Dear God and The Other Sister.
I've seen Dear God.
And Runaway Bride.
I've seen The Other Sister. Never seen Runaway Bride.
Okay.
I don't think we can ever cover The Other Sister.
And New Year's Eve and Mother's Day.
Nope.
Nope.
What this is the whole episode that we're gonna do this time is just you name Penny Marshall and Gary Marshall movies and I'll say yes or no if I've seen them.
Okay.
Way less research.
That's next episode, guys. Tune in next week. The last interesting thing I have about this movie before we get into the plot, which is less interesting, is
What a dick.
The score is composed by Alan Silvestri.
Yeah, it is.
How many times do we have to talk about him on this show?
All the time.
It's mostly on Marvel, though.
Mostly on Marvel, yeah.
Because Alan Silvestri created the Avengers theme, and he scores all the Avengers movies, including Portals from Endgame. Go listen to our Patreon.
Yeah. We just covered that.
We did. That's the one we covered last week, this week.
We were actually supposed to be doing the next movie tonight, but we're behind.
We are behind.
Whoops, sorry.
Because it's hard to do this out on the road. He also scored Back to the Future. So the famous Back to the Future theme. That's Jurassic Park again. And the Forrest Gump theme, which our mothers walked down the aisle at our wedding too.
They did.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
Me?
No, just why are we mushy?
I didn't say I was being mushy.
Oh,
That's
his
just
worst day of his life.
Alan Silvestri composed our wedding is what I'm saying.
True. Yeah.
All right. Get into this.
Okay. So we open up with the classic Overboard music. It's like, if you heard it, you would know it.
If you heard it, you would know what year this fucking movie came out.
It is
1987 ass music.
This is the soundtrack of my childhood. I didn't know that I knew if you had been like, what's the music to Overboard sound like? I'd be like, I have no idea. But the second it played, I was like, oh my God, it's the Overboard music. Anyway. The Overboard music. And then we get our first shot of the yacht, and then just like a bunch of people doing boat shit. And not like fun boat shit, like worky boat shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And then we finally, it honestly takes a really long time of boat stuff.
Yes.
Before we see Kurt Russell for the first time. We find out we're in Oregon. And I thought his name, I was like, I feel like his name's Jack because his name's always Jack. It's not.
It ain't.
It's Dean.
It's Dean. And then I was trying to think of other movies he's in, and I was like, his name's not Jack in that.
Big Trouble in Little China, I'm pretty sure his name's Jack.
It probably is in that.
Yeah.
It's Snake Plissken in Escape from New York.
You were like, his name's literally never, his name's
RJ
Ego
McCready
in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians.
Yeah. But he gets assigned to a project, an emergency project on the Immaculata is the name of the yacht he has to go to.
Jesus.
And so, and Goldie Hawn basically is just like, I don't want to sit in a cesspool. I love Goldie Hawn. And she's complaining because she has nothing to do. Because you guys have to remember, this is before the internet. She didn't have sort ducks on her Steam Deck. She didn't have that stuff. So she was like, I don't know what to do with myself. I mean, I'm pretty sure TV turned off after 4 p.m.
I don't think that's...
I'm pretty sure it did.
I don't know enough to dispute
I think
it.
if a president wasn't on or Alf, there was no TV.
But Happy Days, though.
Or Happy Days. Happy Days was only on Tuesdays, though.
Oh, I see.
Not Monday, Tuesday. Happy Days. Anyway, so
Stupid.
she's like going to get something remodeled while Grant, who's the grandpa from Gilmore Girls.
I guess. You kept saying that during the movie. You're like,
weird.
it's so weird.
It's weird to watch him be fucking people.
Oh, my.
And in Gilmore Girls, he's just a grandpa. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's happened to have something on the boat repair, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, Dean shows up, and her swimsuit literally goes all the way up. Like, pretty much all the way up.
Yeah. She changes into another bathing suit later. That's even more insane.
It's even more insane. It makes it look like she's naked because it's flesh colored.
There's so much nude parts to it.
There's so much nude parts. Honestly, her body looks fantastic, though.
Yeah.
She looks great.
I'm not complaining. They're just insane.
But he gets there and he's like, she's like interviewing him almost for the job. And he's just like, I don't understand what's happening. And then at one point she tells him not to walk so close to her.
Oh my God.
She's like, you need to get away from me. Because he's just like, I was told that this was like an emergency. Because she's like, well, I clearly need places for my shoes. And I'm tired of opening these boxes for my lingerie. So figure that shit out. And he's like, this was an emergency repair. And she's like, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
This woman's terrible.
She is terrible, but she's not as bad as him. So, and then one of the things I do like is when she sprays him with her perfume because he smells. So she like picks up her perfume and like pretends to spray herself and then sprays him.
Keep in mind what Autumn just said. She's not as bad as him.
I know, and I think you agree with me.
Probably towards the end. But she's awful.
She is awful. But she is what she is, and she's open about it.
Yeah, I can't argue that.
Then we watch her hate some caviar, and then there's like some caviar penis joke going on, because she's like, caviar should be round and hard, and it should explode in your mouth at just the right time.
Is that what she was getting at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's when he was playing with the tape measure and measuring the size of his penis with it.
Ugh. I knew he was going to do that too, so I watched his fingers to watch him release it, and he did it on purpose.
Yep. And then I like this though, because then she has these massive shoulder pads on, and when she's leaving and telling her butler to watch him, she can't fit out the door because her shoulder pads are too big, so she has to move her arms to back out. I love that part, and I was like, Kyle, watch. This is the best part.
Watch her shoulder pad get stuck.
And you were like, I've been up since 6 o'clock. I'm so tired. But then we hear her. This is when she's butt naked in the other swimsuit. We're off the coast of Oregon. Why are we acting like we're off the coast of Miami?
I don't know.
But she is ordering a painting for $1.7 million.
Must be nice.
Because she wants it. And then her husband is shooting skeet on the bridge, or on like the top of the boat, but towards a main road in Oregon.
Yeah.
So, okay. And then she walks in on Dean, who for some reason is like literally laying down eating snacks in her bedroom.
Yeah, he's living it up.
He's literally, which I understand why she's like, why the fuck are you doing that?
Yeah.
And then he just stares at her birthmark on her butt for a minute.
Yeah, which is strawberry shaped.
It comes back up.
Of course it does.
But yeah, because she's...
Why wouldn't it?
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't it? But, where am I?
Oh, no.
Oh, and then he says, like, something to her caddy, and she's like, what was that? And he's like, it was my stomach. And she says, can control your bodily noises. She's making me laugh.
Not me.
Because she says she can't hear herself think while his stomach is making noises like that. It made me laugh. And so then she's getting her nails done and complaining about it. And then she is like calling him elk snout, like mountain man, and says like that she doubts he's housebroken. And then her husband Grant goes, no, I'm pretty sure they housebreak each other, which made me laugh. So stupid. And then she's like, no, he's listening. I know he is. And then she goes inside, and then she doesn't want to pay him because, like, you guys remember this scene. Everyone remembers. This is an iconic scene. This movie. Everyone has seen this movie. Iconic scene. He shows off the closet to her, and it's really cool because he, like, put all of her shoes in the thing, and then you spin it, and then they, like, will come out and, like, go backwards, and, like, because she can fit more shoes, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
But he made it with pine and not cedar, so now she's upset.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, well, you didn't ask for cedar. And it's like, well, that's valid. But then she refuses to pay him, and she does have the money. She's paid $1.7 million for a painting.
I won't pay $600 for a completed closet.
Yeah, so she tells him that she's not going to pay him because then he starts basically saying stuff about, like, well, here it else now. We know we don't have to piss in our pants and go around. And she's like, oh, my God, you were eavesdropping, you rat bastard.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, you're fired. And then she fires him. What?
What?
My note. Sorry, I'm trying to work off of 2 laptops, so it's complicated over here. But before she went in to fire him, we have to remember that she had just painted her nails and she did not put back on her jewelry because her nails were tacky. So, and then she throws his. She fires him and then throws all of like his equipment overboard. And we see her crew because he's basically like railing into her, not in a good way. Kurt Russell's like yelling at her, and all of her crew's like super excited that someone's like giving her the what for about being a bitch or whatever. And then she throws all of his stuff overboard and then pushes him overboard because he's like, which is the dumbest thing you could ever do. He literally leans against like backwards over a railing on a boat with a woman who wants you off of her boat, and
Which is like the step-by-step instructions for how to fall off a boat.
This is how to fall off a boat.
It's how to fall off a boat 101.
Literally. Angry lady Make sure you're facing the wrong way. Make sure your center of gravity is really high up on your body.
Yeah.
Okay. Smart. And then they boat away.
Yes.
As fast as they can, which
Yes.
is not very fast.
There they go boating again.
They go boating again. He loses all of his tools, and he says something to his friend about how he needs a steady job and something about a miniature golf course deal, blah, blah, blah. That does come back up. You should remember that, though. It's kind of important.
Everything she mentions comes back up.
Yeah. It's a great movie. Everything has layers.
Not my diagnosis.
Not my diagnosis. And then she's on the phone with her mom, telling her mom all about the horrible brute of a man who just insulted her. And then her mom is basically like, well, you know, that happens. Because her mom's super rich, too. And then she says, well, Grant said something about wanting to have a baby. And then this is probably why I don't have children. Because her mom says, well, baby, if you have a baby, you won't be the baby anymore. And I'm like, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Not worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
And then Dean gets to his house and finds a woman walking outside covered in toilet paper. Because his sons TP'd this lady.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're telling her they were going to set it on fire. She's apparently the school admin who was just here to welcome them to school, and they physically attacked her and assaulted her. And he's just like, yeah. And then she says because he has 4 boys. 2 of them are twins, and I don't know if they're older or younger than the oldest one, but I think it's Travis and then the twins and then Joey.
Joe.
Yeah. But anyway, the twins, I like it because she's like, your twins said that they were going to set me on fire. And he's like, you know, they're into an arson thing right now, but they don't know that I'm onto them. And I have 2 fire extinguishers ready to go. So not confronting them about let's not burn things.
Y'all wouldn't believe how hard that popped on him.
It was so funny. I was laughing a lot.
It's
And
such
you
a
were
nothing
were
burger.
literally getting lower and lower in the bed.
She kept thinking I was asleep.
I
wasn't.
really did. I was like, you have to be asleep because you're not laughing.
They're giving you gold.
I'm
here.
like, do you want me to run him back? And you're like, God, no,
please,
don't
no.
touch it. Actually, fast forward. I think I'm fine. And then we find out that, like, because she's like, well, clearly a man's not able to raise children. So where is your wife? And he's like, oh, she's dead. And she's like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. But these kids need a parent around. And he's like, you don't have to tell me how lucky these kids are, which I did also think was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then basically that's it. That's it.
That's the whole movie.
That's all. And then we go back to Joanna, who's Goldie Hawn's character. Joanna and Grant are in bed, and he's like, said something about how he wants to have sex with her. And then she's like, no, I'm on my period. And he's like, how can you have your period every week? Well, it is possible.
It's possible.
But anyway, that's TMI. If you want a TMI about periods, you should go over to Season Sisters.
Yes. Shameless plug.
But anyway, and then she realizes that she doesn't have her wedding ring, so she tries to get Grant to go up and watch it, but he's like, no, I need to watch these yachts first. Like, there's like some, I guess the TV also turned back on at 10 p.m. because there was some yachting thing on that he wanted to see. And she's just like, fine, I'll go get it. And then she makes sure that she blocks the television for one of the yachts that's shown the whole time. But then the way she chooses to stand on the deck to get her wedding ring is ridiculous, because she chooses to stand. What's the back of the boat called? Aft?
You are
Is it
asking
aft?
way the wrong person.
I think it's aft. It's aft or bow or aft. I think it's aft. So she's standing
Okay.
on like the aft of the boat. That's why I'm going to say it
Yeah.
is. On like the built-in bench that's back there. But her ring is like on the ground behind the bench. And instead of like doing what a normal person would do and like crawl on the bench to reach down and grab your ring, she's standing on this bench, like this cushiony bench, while the boat's moving. So she's not keeping her balance very well. And then trying to lean down from there to get the ring that's 2 feet down on the bench.
What's the sophomore version of a class called? 201? 102?
Yeah.
How to fall off a boat?
Yeah.
Textbook.
Yeah, exactly. So she falls off the boat, and then she yells for,
Imagine that.
and then she yells for Grant, and Grant just turns up the television. And
Did he hear her?
Yeah.
So everyone in this movie is fucking horrible?
He heard her because I don't think he obviously didn't know she'd fallen over, but she was saying Grant over and over again, and he just turned up the yachting channel.
Jesus
So she falls over the boat, and then we see the next morning mystery woman picked up by garbage men at midnight in the water, and she doesn't have any memory. That's pretty much what we see.
Oh, God, we're doing an amnesia movie.
And she has amnesia. And then Grant wakes up and sees his wife on the news, but then first looks over to see if she's in bed, even though she's clearly on the news, which I thought was pretty funny. So she doesn't know her name, and then we see like clips of her in the hospital being interviewed, being a fucking asshole to everyone. So that apparently is innate.
Yeah.
That's just who she is.
She doesn't need memory to act like a shitbag.
Which is interesting. You don't know who you are, where you're from, but you're going to be an asshole. But you remember that part.
Yeah.
Being rude to people. But anyway.
Which I think comes down to bad writing.
Possibly.
Possibly,
yeah.
indeed.
Possibly. Possibly. So Grant goes to pick her up, and then he watches her through the door. Sorry. Being really rude to people. And then he's just like, the cop's like, okay, is this your girl? Is this your wife? And he's like, I've never seen that woman before in my life. And he leaves her there. And she's in an insane asylum. So that's fun.
Everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Like the System of a Down song.
Yeah. Wait, what's that?
Everybody leave it now. Everybody sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Facts. So Dean is working on a bowling alley because I don't know if he's a carpenter or a repairman or what he is.
Who's to say?
I think he's just...
It's unknowable.
It is unknowable. It's crazy.
He's a mercenary for handiwork.
Really? Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. And then he sees the report about Joanna not having her memory. And he basically is like, oh, that bitch owed me money.
He goes, you know what that means?
I'm gonna kidnap that woman. And his friend says something about like,
can I have that woman?
Can I have that woman? But he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go get her, which is
insane.
A great idea.
No,
because his friend basically says, well, you should go get your money from her. And then he says, she is not gonna know who I am. And then he goes, wait, she's not going to know who I am, so I'll kidnap this woman.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I mean, it works. So he basically goes and picks her up, and the cops are like, okay, but her panties say... this is why I don't understand why he changed her name. Because he says that her name is Annie. Her name is Joanna. Joanna Stayton is her name.
That's... You need to pronounce that T a little better, that first one.
Stayton? Stayton, yeah. Joanna Stayton. Yeah, I didn't even realize what I said. I was late. But he says that the JS on her panties are because he bought her panties at a garage sale. And the cop's like, that checks out. And then he goes in to talk to her, and she immediately walks out and is like, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. And he's just like, oh my God, honey. You and I were boning back in the day. You don't remember me? And she's like, no. And then the whole like joke of the scene is that the nurse and the cop and the doctor all hate her because she's terrible. Mm-hmm. And one thing that I do like about this movie a little bit is that she's being pretty adamant of, don't you think that even if I had amnesia, if I knew this man, there would be some spark of it. Something would happen where I would recognize some part of him. And the doctor's like, well, I don't know.
I don't know how amnesia works. It's 1987.
Yeah. And then the doctor does say, like, if it were up to us, we'd let you take her. But you're going to have to prove that she's your wife. And then his whole proof is that she has a birthmark high up on her butt.
And if you'd seen the fucking bathing suit she wears, everyone knows that.
Everyone in Oregon knows that right now. Yeah. She doesn't have to go to her gyno every year. It's just out there. It's done.
Yeah.
Done. But she goes behind like the TV and checks it, and sure enough, it's there. So now her name's Annie. Okay. Annie Prophet. And then he makes her ride home from the hospital in the back of the truck while the dogs sit in the front of the truck.
Yeah.
I don't think that was very nice. I don't think that was very nice.
Well, she's been horrible.
But he does say before he takes her, he says, because she's like, okay, well, if my name's Annie, because she's like, Annie doesn't sound right at all. And he's like, yeah, that's your name. She's like, well, what was my maiden name? And he's like, Annie Goolahee. And she's just like, Annie Goolahee? And he's like, yeah, you're from Idaho. It doesn't make any sense. He didn't come up with her having any brain, like the ability to think at all.
No.
Before he went to pick her up. But they met at Hank's Donut World in Seattle when she was in the Navy, so that's fun. So he said, she's like, why was I in the ocean at night? And he's like, you used to love to go ocean farming at night. And she's like, that doesn't sound like me at all. It sounds disgusting.
That's true.
I don't want to do that. So then they pull up to probably the grossest house it's not the grossest. It's a pretty gross house.
Didn't he kiss her in that scene with the doctors?
Yeah.
Okay. Sexual assault. Just wondering.
He did. He did grab her and bend her over and kiss her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then so they pull up to a house, and then he says that we just moved in. And he did say to his friend that he just moved here a couple months ago. But why were there already 3 like rusted out cars on the property?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
So you brought
maybe they came with the house.
Or maybe he brought them with him and he's like, one day I'm going to get this sedan going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, sure. And then I did like this. So, and there's even boards on the window. Did you notice that? The windows are boarded up.
Yeah.
So they pull up and he's like,
they're squatters.
Maybe, actually. That would make sense. But he says, like, we just moved here a couple weeks ago. And she says, we moved here deliberately? Which I thought was very funny. And then he's like, yeah, the last place was a real dump. And then he walks in. And so he's like, ha ha. And he's showing her around. And basically, she's like, am I going downhill? And he's like, yeah, everything slants to the bedroom where you and I were fucking. And she's like, please stop with I don't know. I don't like that at all. And then.
That makes 2 of us.
Yeah, he says something about how they put a lot of miles on the mattress. And she's just like, all right, great. And like every story he tells about her is about her being a slut, in his words. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what he's like trying to make her like seem really promiscuous.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then the boys come out and they're all acting crazy, and she's like, and somehow they set off a popcorn machine in the middle of the living room during their crazy little runaround session. Yeah. How'd that happen?
I don't know. And
how is it already ready to go?
I don't know.
It takes a long time for that popcorn to be ready to go.
Yeah.
So that was impressive. And then like all the kids are in on it, and they're all calling her mom. And then what are Greg and Charlie are I think Greg and Charlie?
Fred and George.
No. And then the older boy, he's like, what's his name? And she's like, come on, you've got to know his name. And she's just like, Roy. And no, his name's Travis. And then she's fine until the 4th boy comes up. And then she's like, that's too many boys.
Yeah.
That one right there is too many. And so she passes out. And then what was it? Oh yeah, because the next scene after she's like in the bathroom or something, and Kurt Russell asks when the boy's like, she's been in there an hour, what did you get her? And the little boy's just like, dresses. And he's like, did you get the right size? And he was like, you didn't say to get sizes, you said to get dresses. And so she comes out in like probably a 6X dress.
Probably.
That is up to like her mid thigh.
Yeah.
And she's talking to Kurt Russell, and she's just like, this cannot be mine. And he's just like, you used to be really fat. And she's like, was I also shorter? And he's like, you had a bad back and you walked with like a hunch. So yeah. And she's just like, what the hell is going on? But I like it a lot. It makes me laugh.
I'm glad you like it. I'm starting to feel bad. It makes me
laugh. So then basically we find out all the twins. Oh, then he says, well, he's introducing the boys now. And he's like, Greg and Charlie are twins, but they're not identical. And then one of the twins says, yeah, because if we were, I'd look like a shithead, which made me laugh.
That is the only time I laughed the whole movie.
That was pretty funny. And then Joe, and then he's like, what does he say? Like, he says something like...
Something stupid in Pee Wee Herman's voice.
Yeah, and then she's like, a falsetto child.
Yeah.
I love that part.
I don't know why you love that.
I don't know either, but it cracks me up. And then he's just like, no, he's just super into Pee Wee Herman because he's like, I like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
You like it?
No, I don't. That Pee Wee Herman impression you just did was way better than his.
No, I was doing an impression of him.
I know, and it's still not being
great.
better. It's horrendous.
No, it isn't. It's amazing. I'm bumping stuff. So
This child's a terrible impersonator.
and then she was like, these kids don't look like me. And he was just like, yeah, they look like your mother, but hopefully they don't turn out like her lushes. And she's like, my mom's a lush. And he's like, was. She's fucking dead.
Jesus Christ.
And then she's like, oh my God. And he's like, she's like, do you have a father? And he's like, yeah, but he gets out of prison in like 8 years. And she's like, oh my God, what is happening to me? Because everything he tells her about her life is just terrible. And then he makes her cook.
Yep.
This is the day. Okay, this is what I don't get. If this is legitimately your wife, which it's not, but if this was legitimately your wife who has amnesia and just got pulled out of the water, you would not be doing this to her. So I don't understand why she isn't processing that no one who loves you would treat you like this.
Yeah.
Period.
Did you know that in the state of Oregon, tricking someone into forced labor to settle a debt is known as peonage, which is involuntary servitude, and is classified as human trafficking?
It is. This is what that is. What's the sentence for it?
I don't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Probably extensive.
I mean, maybe it was made because of this
Especially
movie.
with the other charges I will bring at him at the end of the movie.
I'm sure he's got a buttload. But yeah, so he's making her cook, but she doesn't know how to cook. And it's just like a whole ass bird. And he's just like, I hunt it, you cook it. Fuck off. No.
Yeah.
Ew. And then she just shoves a bunch of stuff in with the pot with the chicken in it. And then sets off a fire, and then the boys like rush and spray her with fire extinguishers.
Comedy bronze.
I would say 10.
10.
Yes.
T-I-N.
Yeah, 10. Yeah. And then Dean's like, all right, well, bye. They didn't even eat dinner.
No.
And he's like, I'm leaving. And she's like, where are you going? And he's like, I leave when I want to. We'll see like because she's like, when are you coming back? And he's like, I don't know. Depends on how drunk I get. And then he goes to bowl with Billy, I guess. And then basically he says that he's going to keep her in servitude for a month to pay back the debt.
False imprisonment.
But then he says $25 a day, which is less than a month.
Well, if she's working 7 days a week.
She is.
Maybe she has the weekends off.
I highly doubt this man's giving her the weekends off.
He's
But
also really bad at math.
he's bad at everything, honestly.
Yeah, that's 24 days.
This is another man, like Bird on a Wire, Mel Gibson. What is the benefit of this person?
I don't know. You love movies where the guy's a shitbag.
Now you can see why I am the way I am.
Wait a second. What?
Oh Jesus. But basically he's like, Billy's like, I would fuck her, and he's just like, no, I'm not interested in having sex with her, like, at all. But then he pours liquor on himself, and when he gets to the house that night, like, accosts her, like he wants to have sex with her, so that she will tell him no, and then he just kicks her out of the bedroom and puts her on the couch.
Yeah.
So I don't know the point, though, in making this woman think that you were going to assault her first. But that happened.
Nothing makes sense.
And then she sleeps on the couch because he's like, well, you always slept on the couch because you have a bad back. So, bye. And he leaves her out there. And then she has like a terrible night because the dogs go crazy and their roof leaks and blah, blah, blah.
Hijinks.
And then he wakes her up in the morning to get the kids ready for school. And I did like this because he tells her, you got to get up and get the kids' lunch ready. And then,
sorry if you can hear that.
Yeah, it's fine. He's like, you have to get up and get the kids' lunch ready for school or they'll miss the bus. And she's like, I don't care if they go to school. And then he goes, okay, but if they don't go to school, then they're going to be with you all day. And then she, of course, gets up to make them lunch. And then Dean is all like, he's like, just in case you forget, and hands her a list of chores that she supposedly does every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lovely stuff. And then we just get a montage of her doing things, feeding the dogs, cutting cobwebs with scissors, which I personally liked. Like vacuuming the table, which I also liked because that's innovative.
Yeah, yeah, that's a word for it. Sure.
Yeah, de-icing the freezer, making dinner, laundry, and being attacked by the washer. Lots and lots of she doesn't know how to do anything work.
Yeah.
So, and then we get now she's in comatose, which also is another one of my favorite scenes.
Another
because
thing Autumn loves.
I love it because little Joe is like, she needs food, and he's just throwing grapes.
You say that all the time. I didn't know it came from this.
Yeah, it comes from this. My family says this a lot.
Yeah.
And then he's just throwing grapes at her face.
Can you guys believe an entire family loves this movie?
I know. I love this movie. I still love this movie, even though it is problematic. And then Dean gets there and is all like, what'd you guys do to her? And they're like, she's been like this for an hour, but she's better now. And he's like, how is this better? And she's like, well, she's not going ba anymore. And then she starts doing it when she hears the boys doing it. So then Dean picks her up and puts her in a water barrel that I don't understand why they have it. It's like a massive, kind of like one of those ice baths that are popular nowadays.
Yeah, there's no reason they would have this.
On their back porch.
You also neglected to mention the entire reason she's doing the ba thing is because we had to watch her for 2 minutes walk around with a chainsaw like it was leading her around. And it was shaking her so hard she was having to say ba.
Oh, yeah. That is why. I said montage.
You did skip past the stupid shit.
I covered it all.
You have a knack for it.
I said montage. There you go.
Okay.
So basically, she wakes up and she's she comes to and she's like, I don't belong here. Basically, she says something about the children are the spawn of the devil, or on the spawn of hell, and you're the devil. And he's just like, well, we like you. And then she is intelligent because Joanna's not stupid. So she starts walking around the house looking for memorabilia. And she's like, where's my birth certificate? Where are our wedding photos? Where are pictures of the kids when they were little? Where are all of the pictures that I should be in this house?
Mm-hmm.
And Dean's like, well, we did just move, so that's probably why we don't know where they are. And then while she's walking around the house, he's standing by the closet in their bedroom, I use that loosely, because she's looking for pictures in it, and he comes up and he's trying to distract her from what she's looking for, and he starts doing the same showing off his nipples thing that he did on the boat when he was in the closet.
Yeah.
And she gets a flash of the closet for just a second of him standing next to her shoes in the closet. And she's like, oh my gosh, I just had a flash of you in a closet. And he's like, yeah, we used to do it in the closet. She's like, please stop talking about sex.
So much sex talk.
So tired of it. And then basically blah blah blah, she's getting that memory back, but don't get attached because she doesn't get any more. So then he sneaks off that night to get photos made of her, but for some reason then he shoves the panties that came with her into the glove box of his truck. You do need to remember that. The ones that say JS. And then he asks Billy to make him some photos. So he puts all the new photos, but they're all the photos from her in the news. So they're all photos of this person looking miserable because she got drug out of the water and doesn't know who she is, but on her in a wedding dress. And I'm assuming his old wife who's dead. I'm guessing these are his wedding photos from his life with his wife, who we do not mention enough, by the way.
No.
These kids nor him give a fuck about that woman. They just
He's
move
like, oh, she's
on.
dead.
Yeah, they do not care.
This is also forgery, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, another charge. So he gives her those and he's like, look. And she's like, was I never happy? And he's like, no, not really. Not really. And he actually says something about no, you're the happiest little mama ever. And she's like, I don't look happy though. I look fucking miserable in all these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see that Grant has made it to LA. He's off the coast of LA in the yacht,
which is probably where they're from.
Yeah, and she's from New York, and he's
Jesus
boning a bunch of women on the yacht. That's what. And one of them's name's Tofudi.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember that.
Because that's your favorite part. And
Right.
then Joanna's mother is trying to get a hold of her because don't forget it's the 80s, so like there wasn't cell phones or GPS and stuff like that. So she's trying to get a hold of her and she's just not available. So anyway, and then we see that Joanna, because I'm going to refuse to call her Annie because I don't understand why he calls her Annie. But I'm going to refuse to call her that. So Joanna is like giving him a foot massage while his friends are there, but Billy's just like staring at them super creepily while she's on her knees giving Dean a foot massage in the living room. And then she's like, why is he staring at me like that? And then Dean's like, oh, because you used to fuck him too. Are you getting old feelings back? And she's like, no, I'm not, but okay.
Oh
and then this is where I think it's just cruel because she gets up after giving him a foot massage, goes to sit down on the couch, and then right before she sits down, he's like, oh, we need beers. And then she's like, okay. And then she goes and gets some beers, comes back, hands it to him, and then goes to sit down again. And he's like, now we need dessert. And she's just like, okay. And so he's not even letting her rest, like, at all. Mm-hmm. I do not like him. I don't like him at all.
Yeah, everyone in this movie sucks.
Yeah. And then, like, the whole, like, shtick of this scene is that, like, the boys put some super glue on plates, so when she goes to get the desserts, her hands get, like, glued to plates. And then she goes in to try and discipline the kids because they are her kids in her mind, right?
Yeah.
And Dean pretty much stops her from disciplining the kids and says, like, oh, they're just playing and stuff like that. And she's like, he said something about, like, well, if they actually do something serious, then I'll do something about it. And she's like, you are never going to do anything about it. You're a bad fucking dad.
Yeah.
And he's just like, ah. And then she leaves and sprays them all with a water hose, and we're all fine now. But she has a nice little bonding moment with the boys rolling around in the woods.
So nice.
It is nice. Because I think the boys, I don't blame the boys. I think they're sweet. I think
they're terrible.
I think that she should have taken the boys and left Dean.
Probably.
Yeah. But anyway, so she has like some fun with the boys, blah, blah, blah. And then what else happens? Oh my God, it's so loud. Like, everything is vibrating in this freaking truck.
Sorry.
But the next day, like, basically she's adjusting. She's making their lunch as well. And then, like, the house is, like, basically we see, like, I think maybe a little short montage of her actually being good at her domestic duties.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then we see the boys at school, and they're all assholes pretty much, and the poor teacher is like, you are gonna have to do your studies and have to take your tests, and they're like, we're too itchy to do our tests, and the teacher's like, please stop talking to me like you're Pee-wee Herman, because that one kid's like, I don't want to take my test, and she's like, stop it. And then she calls their parents because they're refusing, and then Joanna shows up and Dean shows up, but Dean doesn't come into the room because she's handling it. And then one of the things, the only really thing I registered is she walks in and the teacher's like, your boys are awful. And she's like, I know. And then she's like, and your husband's a child. And she's like, yeah.
Yep.
Facts. But then she realizes that the boys are covered in poison oak, and then she's pissed off. She's like, how did you not notice that these boys need medical help? You didn't notice that they're covered in rashes? And the teacher's like, no. And then she like says some, I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be like, she's amazing.
Revenge fantasy scene, whatever.
Yeah, mama bear kind of shit.
Yeah.
But really, I just need your kids to take a test.
Yeah.
So there you go. But Dean watches the whole thing, and then while the boys are walking out, one of the boys is like, Dad would never do that. And then Dean's like, aw, you piece of shit. But anyway, and then she's like calamine lotioning the boys up, and tries to get Joey to read something because he's putting the calamine lotion by his eye, and she's like, oh, read the back of this bottle, and Joey's like, fuck you.
Oh my God.
He throws the bottle across the room, and then his brother's like, he can't read. And she's like, well, he's little, and he's like, he can't read for a little either. Nope. He's stupid. And so she's like, well, I can't deal with that today. So I'm going to go. Because then Dean's leaving again. And as she sees him leave, she's like, you can't leave tonight. We need to talk about the kids. And he's like, you don't get to tell me what to do. You don't get to tell me what to do with my kids. And she's like, oh, your kids. Okay, cool, because I thought they were my kids. I don't know why she hasn't left him with... what would he do if she just straight up ran away with his children?
I don't know.
Probably nothing.
Honestly, how's he
Honestly,
going to fight it after all the charges he's going to have?
I don't think he would give a shit.
Is this the zippity-doo-dah part? Or was that earlier?
I don't know.
Brother.
Yeah. I think that was earlier. This might be it.
There's some point where he walks out to the truck because he's happy during that part.
Yeah.
And he's singing zippity-doo-dah, my oh my, I've got a wonderful slave.
Yeah, he is.
Which is, if you know anything about that song, an insane song choice for that particular little parody.
Yeah.
I hate this movie.
Yeah, you do hate this movie. It was the first day after he gave her the list of chores.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically he tells her that she can't tell him what to do, and she's like, I just need you to take on some grown-up responsibilities because the boys need... Because he's like, I'm their friend. I don't need to be doing anything else. And she's like, no, they need a father, though. So that's what they need. And then basically he's just completely cruel and mean to her in this scene. Like, really cruel with the things he's saying to her. And how it's not her business. And then, like, things like, you're stepping over the line, which I understand that this isn't really his wife, but doesn't he understand that she thinks that she is? Because that's what you wanted.
Right.
Why couldn't he have just told her, you're my maid?
Right.
I don't know.
Jesus.
But anyway, so by the time he gets home, he decides to love bomb her and be really nice. But she has poison oak now. So she's over it. All the cruel things that he said about her. And then he puts her in his bed and leaves her alone for the night. And then she's really upset that she doesn't have her wedding ring because she says that she lost it at sea. Why are you upset that you lost your wedding ring? This guy's an asshole.
Right.
This guy's an absolute asshole.
Yeah.
Women could divorce men in the 80s. So go. I don't get it. But then she says, like, can you tell me something about my past and something that's not fucking horrible? Because everything he tells her is, like, her being promiscuous or her family being terrible.
Yeah.
So his whole story is that she used to work at some place and that she gave the Heimlich to a kid. That's his only good story about her.
Yep.
It's fake.
And she got Employee of the Month at Burger Shot or wherever.
While she was in the Navy.
Yeah.
So, and then the next scene, like, they're playing volleyball together, and Billy is telling her, like, some of his history with Dean. And then she asks, like, well, Billy, when did you and I date? Like, when did that happen? And so it's just kind of like a whole scene of, like, they're starting to become a family, kind of, you know?
Yeah, it's great.
And then they're talking about the miniature golf course that they want to make. And she's like, well, you should just make it off the Seven Wonders. And then she speaks French. And I don't remember why she speaks French. And she's like, oh, my God, why do I know French? And then they're like, oh, probably from the Navy. And she's like, oh, probably from Paris. And she's like, why would I have been in Paris? And he was like, the Navy, I guess. And she's like, oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's that. And then she plans his entire golf course.
Right.
I thought he and Billy wanted to do this. Why wouldn't they have, like, I feel like the theme of a golf course is like one of the first thoughts and conversations
right, but they were
have.
both shown debating the theme for the golf course, and their ideas were fucking terrible.
What were their ideas?
I don't remember because they were so bad.
Yeah, because hers is Seven Wonders of the World, basically.
One guy wanted to name them after all the famous breweries of the world.
What?
Yeah. What does that mean?
That's stupid. Oh, you don't know the other one?
No,
okay.
I do not know the other one.
I was waiting for the other one. And then he's like, all right, what a great idea, Annie. Now you draw the pictures and design them all. And so she does. She just, like, does all of the things always.
Yeah.
What was I? Anyway, so basically, she's hanging out with the boys, drawing the pictures, and then she says something about, one of the boys says something about when Dad's coming home, and she's like, oh, well, it depends on how late he's out with the boys. And he's like, well, what is he doing or something? And she's like, oh, well, tonight he's bowling with Billy or something. And he's like, well, it's pretty hard to bowl without a bowling ball. And she's like, oh, shit, yeah, you're right. I'll take his bowling ball all the way into town for him.
Snitch.
Yeah. Well, I think these boys hate their dad.
So do I.
Honestly, so do I. I really think the happy ending of this is her fighting him for custody and taking those 4 boys away.
That's still one of the shitty people of this movie winning.
She's not shitty, though, anymore because she lost her memory.
She was still pretty shitty when she first woke up.
She really was. Honestly. Like, do you think she's going to become shitty again?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's who she is inside.
Yeah. Oh, shit. You're right. You're right. So she goes to the bowling alley and Dean's not there, but some waitress is like, wait, are you talking about Chubby Dick or whatever? I don't remember what she says. And she's just like, oh my goodness.
I don't think it was that.
Oh my God. But she basically finds him and he's working at like a fertilizer plant. But for some reason, the guys who work at the fertilizer plant with him are insulting him while he does the job. They're like, oh, maybe if you like that, you can suck off John in the bathroom later. It's like, what is happening?
I don't know.
Why are you making fun of this man who's doing a job?
I have no idea.
He's your coworker. He's literally moving like stuff for them and they're just making fun of him the whole time.
Yeah.
But then she's like, oh my God, he's an amazing father. Because he works at a fish factory at night. So he's just the most incredible man ever.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Why would he ever be embarrassed that he had an extra job to his fake wife?
Makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense to hide this.
No. Who gives a shit?
At all. But anyway, so now he's amazing because of that. And then he goes to the miniature golf
meeting of the minds or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a shareholders meeting. Like he's trying to get an investor.
A really quick little scene. He gets the money. There you go. And so now they can plan montage of them building the course and planning it, and the kids are all doing really well and excelling in life, and everyone's happy. And then Dean is telling Billy, like, I think I should tell her the truth because now it feels wrong. So now it feels wrong. All right.
So about the miniature golf course.
Yeah.
What was the theme? Remind me.
The 7 wonders of the world.
The 7 wonders of the world.
Yep.
And it showed all 9 holes.
Yeah.
And what they were themed after. So I have a list here of the 7 wonders of the world. I have 2 lists, actually, because there are the 7 ancient wonders, and then there are the 7 new wonders. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go through every single one of them, and I'll say yes or no as to whether they were included in this miniature golf course.
Go for it.
So for the ancient wonders, we'll start with. We have the Great Pyramid of Giza. Yes.
Yeah, right.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon. No. The statue of Zeus at Olympia. No. The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus. No. The Mausoleum at Halicarnassus. No. The Colossus of Rhodes. No. The Lighthouse of Alexandria. Now, of course, every golf course has a lighthouse, but not this one.
Not this one.
That's a big old fat no.
Okay, so we got 1 outside.
We got 1 out of the originals. Let's move to the new ones. They probably tackled the new ones.
New ones for sure.
Yeah. The Great Wall of China.
I think so.
No.
Oh, okay. No.
Petra.
No.
Which is the archaeological city carved into the rocks in Jordan.
No way.
No. Christ the Redeemer.
No.
Nope. Machu Picchu.
No.
Nope. Chichen Itza.
No.
The big pyramid in Mexico. No. The Colosseum.
No.
Nope. And the Taj Mahal.
Also.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Okay.
2 out of 14.
What did they have holes for?
I remember the Grand Canyon, the Statue of Liberty, and Mount Rushmore.
So no one is educated in this movie.
Because I was watching it like, I'm
but
pretty sure it's
defense,
none of these.
She lost her memory.
Right.
So,
So she's just making them up.
She's just making them up. But basically, now she's teaching Joey how to read using Batman comics. And then Joey basically says to her, like, are you going to leave? And she's like, why would I leave? I'm literally trapped here. Your father financially abuses me. I can't leave. And then she's like, no, I'm not going to go anywhere. And he's like, sometimes moms leave because that one bitch, I can't remember her name, she died. I don't remember her. I think she was... Yeah, I think there was one.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But then she's like, no, I'm not going to go anywhere. And he's like, well, good. And then he pulls the ugliest spaghetti necklace ever out of his pocket.
Oh, Jesus.
And she's like, I'm going to wear it forever and never take it off.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Ugliest thing I've ever seen.
I don't think you can wear pasta around your neck for an extended period of time.
You can if you're hungry.
Oh, my.
You know what? We should make pasta necklaces in case we have another day like today.
Today was tough.
Today was tough. Anyway, so then Dean comes in. He's like, I need to talk to you alone. And then basically all the boys are telling them how great they're doing, and he's just like, I don't even know who you are, so I don't care about any of that. And so he's like, I need to talk to her alone, and all the boys are like, oh, don't you dare do it. And so he pulls her to the side, and he's like, I have to tell you something that I'm ashamed of. And she's like, I know that you work with fish poo, and is that what you wanted to tell me? And he's like, I mean, it's one of them, but no, it's not the whole thing. She's like, I know you work with fish poo. I do your laundry and wash your clothes, bro. And then basically he chickens out and he tells her that it's her birthday, that he forgot it. So not only is he a bad fake husband, but now he's an even worse fake husband because he forgot her fucking birthday. Yeah. Which isn't real, but why are you into this guy at all?
That makes no sense.
He's literally the only, I cannot imagine, I know that we're actually genuinely married, but you would not treat me even at all like this if I lost all of my memory.
Yeah.
No. You treat me like normal.
Right.
Exactly.
I'm not a movie character.
You're not a movie character. But I'm tired. I said character. But anyway, so he takes her to dance and to drink, and it's go Jim Dandy, go Jim Dandy. That's the song. It's an Overboard song.
I got nothing.
It's an Overboard song.
I'm happy for you.
And then they go to drink champagne outside, and then the boat honks 3 times, and she's like, why do they do that? And he's like, oh, because there's a story of Arturo who fell in love with Katerina, and Katerina's father didn't like that Arturo loved her, and he was a powerful man, so he sent Arturo away. But before Arturo left, he and Katerina made a plan that when he blows his horn 3 times, he's ready for her to join him. And so the day I don't know why I'm laughing.
Why are you laughing?
The day Arturo went to go pick up Katerina, he chose the worst visibility imaginable and blew his horn 3 times. And this bitch jumped off a cliff and couldn't find him. And then Arturo jumped off his boat, and then they both fucking drowned.
And they drowned. That is how that story ends, that we're not making that up.
And so when you see the waves clapping against the rocks, it's them clapping cheeks for forever. It's really romantic, I guess. Why did he choose the foggiest fucking day? Why? Oh my God. It's terrible. I shouldn't have laughed. I didn't expect to laugh. So then, because that story's so terrible, for some reason Joanna kisses Dean for the first time, and then they bump uglies. So yeah. So now they've had sex with each other, and he gets her a washing machine as a gift.
Yeah.
Which the grossest part about this for me was that he had the boys knock on their bedroom door with Goldie Hawn butt naked, right? To open the door to reveal that the washing machine was outside. And then starts deeply making out with her, clearly about to have sex again, while his sons are standing there watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross.
Horrifying movie.
And then Travis, the older son, says something about yeah, she might not have any tits, but she's got a nice ass.
Jesus fucking Christ, I hate this movie.
That is disgusting. It's gross. Anyway, so then we get that Grant is still partying with Tofuti, and he's hanging out, and he makes the mistake of picking up the phone when Joanna's mom called this time, and Joanna's like, I have called every week for 2 months, and she hasn't talked to her daughter in 2 months, and she tells Grant that if he doesn't produce Joanna within the next week, she's gonna have him killed. And he's like, okay, I'll go get her. What does he say? I'll go get her or something like that. And he's like, no, I'll find her or something like that. I can't remember what he says. I'll find her or I'll go get her. I can't remember. So today's the grand opening of the miniature golf course. We're almost done. And then Annie finds, you look tired. Annie finds the panties in the glove box, and then she goes and confronts Dean, and he's like, oh, it's nothing. And then she's like, oh my God, you've cheated on me, which is even more horrifying because she finally had sex with her quote unquote husband, right? I'm just trying to think of the emotions that this poor woman's going through.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's cheating on her. So not only was he a rat bastard the whole first few weeks we were together, but now he's an even worse bastard.
Yeah.
Because he cheated on her. Because he's not saying no. And then she asks, well, do you love her? And he's just like, he's really making it clear that he cheated, but he didn't. And then he's like, actually, here's the truth. You are JS. That is you. We are not married. These aren't your kids. I'm not your husband. And then she's like, who is she? Who are you having sex with? And he's like, no, the JS is you. And he's trying to tell her the whole time, it's you. That's what's happening, and I'm tired of dealing with it. And then he walks her over to the boys, and he's like, tell her who she is. Tell her that she's not your mom. And all the boys just stare at her and are like, what are you talking about, Dad? Of course she's our mom. We were so worried when she went swimming and she went missing. And then she walks away, and then he asks the boys, he's like, why aren't you telling her the truth? And they're like, because we like her, Dad, and we're keeping her. And I think that's cute and sweet.
It's sweet.
She should have taken the boys and ran, honestly.
Sure.
And then she asks Billy.
Compound kidnapping.
I don't think he could do anything about it.
He can't.
Because he doesn't care. But then she asked Billy about the panties, and Billy's like, oh, yeah, they're mine. I was cheating on my girlfriend, and Dean just wanted to cover for you. And for some reason, she believes this hook, line, and sinker without any further questions.
Yeah.
So, all right. And then Dean walks up, and he's like, no, Billy, I'm telling her the truth. And he's like, no, it's okay. You don't have to cover for me anymore. And so poor Dean is just, not poor Dean, fuck Dean. He's just standing there I'm just trying to get rid of this woman all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But then they go to the golf course thing. He dedicates the course to Annie, which is his fake name for Joanna. There you go.
There you go.
And he gives her a wedding ring finally. So
cool.
Now they're married in real life, engaged.
Whatever.
I don't know what's happening. So, and then they're driving back home from the miniature golf course, and they pull in to see a limo in their driveway. And Annie hops out of the truck to go put the flowers that she got at the miniature golf relay, what do you call it, ceremony, into the thing. And she's like, hi, Grant, I just have to put these in some water. And then everyone just kind of pauses, and she walks in the house. And then when she comes back out, she's like, oh my God, because all of her memories came back all at once.
Yeah.
So she comes back out, and she's remembering everything. And she's like, I'm Joanna Stayton. And then she looks at him because she's like, oh my God, Dean, I'm cured. And she's actually genuinely happy for a second. And then she's like, I can remember again. And then she says, you can't imagine how terrible it is not to know who you are. And then she's like, ask me anything. Ask me about my mom and my money. Oh my God, my money. Because she's had a horrible life for 2 months. And then she says, thank you for bringing me here and for making me a wife and a mother. And then she says, but why did you do that? And then she's like, who? And she's like, you're that sweaty carpenter who hates me. And then he's just standing there the whole time. And she's like, so these are your children, and you made me believe you tricked me. You used me. And then she says, say something. And then he says, Annie, it just started. And she's like, my name's not fucking Annie. And then she walks away, pretty much. And she says, I don't belong with you. I don't belong with them. And I think that hurt her more, was the boys.
Yeah.
And then really sad music. And then all Dean says is, Joanna, for whatever it's worth, thank you. And then she basically goes with Grant, and then the boys chase the limo, and they're banging on it and begging her not to go. And then she cries, and is covering her ears to not hear them. But she's back on the yacht, sailing away from Elk Cove, and her mom is talking to her psychiatrist about when my daughter is going to become the debutante I trained her to be. And then she wants beer instead of champagne, and everyone's like, oh my God, the horror. And then everyone's shocked when she grabs a serving tray. It's stupid. She's just not debutante enough, I guess, anymore. no one has any empathy for this poor woman.
No.
Like, she's been through a lot, honestly. But they're watching her like she's like a zoo animal. Like, she's just a caged animal.
Yeah. Because
she's behaving weird. But whatever. And then the boys are refusing to go back in the house, and they're planning to go get their mom back. And then one of them says, like, well, she cuts the crust off my breads. And then Travis says, and she doesn't take any shit either. I need discipline. Which is true. But they want to rent a fishing boat and then sail out and save her. And then Dean's like, she's never coming back. She's got her rich husband and her rich life, and she hates me. She should hate you, to be fair. But then Joanna walks back into her bedroom, and Grant's like whispering into like a massive conch shell about Tufudi, which I'm surprised that she knows that Tufudi's a person, because I wouldn't know that.
No, why would you?
I would think he had like weird cereal or something. I don't know. But she hangs out with the crew drinking tequila because now she's a cool chick. Because hey guys, if you come from no money, you're the coolest fucking people out there. Yeah. Facts. You can drink beer. You can serve people.
Yeah.
There you go. It's amazing. It's the best thing ever.
It's great.
So anyway, then Andrew gives her joy back. Andrew, who's her butler, and she apologizes to him for being an asshole in the past. And then she says, like, everyone thinks I'm crazy. Do you think they're right or something? And then he does have an interesting line, because he basically says that we're all born into our stations in life, but you have the unique experience to have experienced a different station. And you can become a better person because now you know what it's like on both sides, basically.
Yeah.
Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
And then she turns the boat around because she wants to go home. And then the next morning, Grant wakes up because the land's on the wrong side of the yacht. And then he confronts her about turning the boat around. And he turns it around himself back the other way. And basically admits to her that he had an affair while she was gone, and not even really the affair, because he's basically because she's like, well, I don't love you, and he's like, no one in my family has ever gotten divorced, and she's like, okay, well, sorry.
First time for everything.
It is what it is. I don't love you. And he's just like, I was fucking on this boat with you gone. I was like getting my balls slapped.
Oh my.
And she's just like, that's what she's like. She's like, oh my goodness. All right. I mean, good for you, I guess. And then he's just like, and also I should have left you in that psych ward. And she's just like, oh, you left me in the psych ward? And he's just like, And she's like, that is a horrible thing to do to a person. No. And then the therapist comes up because he says something about like, at sea, I'm God. And the therapist comes up and she's like, he thinks he's a God. You should probably figure this shit out with him. Because then he starts acting like crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't really know why. I guess the divorce. I have no idea.
1987 comedy.
Yeah, it's weird. Dean goes to get the boys because Billy's friends are going to help them go get Joanna. So they go with the what's it called, Coast Guard, to go save her. They find her, blah blah blah. Basically Joanna turns off the boat from downstairs and then hears the Arturo kill yourself blast. And she's super jazzed to actually live this out. So, so she knows he's
fucking drowned.
They did. They drowned in water.
It's not a romance story.
So she goes and grabs her macaroni necklace, and then the Coast Guard are all like, "Oh no, we can't stay. There's an actual crime going on right now. We can't help you right now." And then Dean's like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump off the fucking boat then." And so then the Coast Guard's like, "We can't. There's a man who just jumped off the boat. Now we just have crime happening and a possible dead guy. We can't live like this." So then they have to stay and just let the criminals go free. And then she jumps into the water too, but he calls her Annie, which I don't like. Her name's not Annie.
That's not her fucking name.
Her name is Joanna.
It's Joanna.
So I guess you could call someone named Joanna Annie, I guess.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't either. That's not what happened here, though.
No, I think he forgot her name. again. So anyway, and then the craziest part of this whole like swimming towards each other in love scene is that Grant for some reason tries to legitimately murder Joanna with a crossbow.
Yeah.
Why? We've had no murder this entire movie, and then all of a sudden Grant's trying to do a little bit of a homicide?
Yeah.
And then Andrew has to kick him into the water. And the whole joke of this scene is man overboard, woman overboard. Man overboard is kissing woman overboard.
Oh my God.
So anyway, and then they get on the boat. They're all happy. And then we find out that all the money is hers because Dean's like, thank you. I can't believe you gave all of that up for me. And she's like, I'm not that fucking stupid.
Yeah, because we have to give him a happy ending.
No, I don't like him. She takes these kids and she goes.
No.
She does. She takes these boys. And then he's like, with all the things that you have already, what could I possibly give you? And then she's like, a little girl. And I'm like, he has 4 boys, you dumb bitch. You're not getting a girl out of him.
No shit.
No way. No shot are you getting a girl out of this guy. Absolutely not. Anyway, so that's the end of the movie.
Oh my God.
How many years do you think he would have gone away for? At least 10, right?
Yeah, so in the matter of the state of Oregon versus defendant Dean Prophet,
Yeah.
I have a list
Okay.
here. On the charge of first-degree kidnapping, we find the defendant guilty.
Guilty.
On the charge of felony fraud and forgery,
Guilty.
guilty. On the charge of false imprisonment,
Guilty.
guilty. On the charge of peonage, involuntary servitude, and human trafficking,
Guilty.
gonna go guilty. On the charge of interference with the medical treatment of a vulnerable adult,
Oh my God, guilty.
guilty. And on 4 counts of reckless endangerment of a minor for leaving children in the care of an unmonitored amnesiac,
Oh my God.
we find the defendant guilty. And on the charge of rape by deception, that's going to go under guilty.
Yeah, but they fell in love.
Yeah, no, that's going to be 3 consecutive life sentences.
Oh, shit. Is it really?
I don't know. I made that part
Okay.
up.
I was like, holy crap.
Those are to be served consecutively. You are remanded to the custody of the Sheriff's Department of Oregon
He's going away for a long time.
without the possibility of parole. Goodbye, you piece of shit.
He really is. Like,
So she does get to have the boys.
I know that she's not a nice person, but she was who she was.
Yeah.
And that is just what it is.
No.
Man.
This is a Stockholm Syndrome movie, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah, well, but it's not even really Stockholm Syndrome because she didn't know she was a captive.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
That's true. What's the moral of this movie, by the way? What's
I
the
don't
message
know.
that they're
I
trying
don't know,
to say?
because honestly, I don't know what he ever offered her other than a washing machine. And basically, like, just telling her, like, this is your life. You like it here. You can't go anywhere. And it's just like, oh, okay. Oh, how hot. No. I'm tired. I don't want to touch. I don't want to have anything to do with your kids. I don't know.
I get
Man.
what they're trying to say. What they're trying to say is that rich people are miserable, and you have to work hard and struggle
No.
to be happy.
No. I don't want
That's
to.
what they're trying to say, and it doesn't come off that way.
I don't want to.
It comes off as if rich people are rude to you. You can kidnap them and ruin their lives,
I mean, I still
and
love
they'll
the
fall
movie.
in love with you. So it's great.
I still love the movie, honestly. I think it's great. It made me laugh, but if you like break it down into
That's another thing. The movie's crimes. I didn't laugh at any of the jokes.
you didn't. I think you were tired. I
just don't like 80s comedy. It's not my thing. It doesn't do it for me.
He's annoying. Okay,
He is.
whose turn is it to pick an actor? I think I picked Goldie.
Mine, and I'm picking Kurt Russell.
Okay, Kurt Russell.
I don't care what you pick.
Big Trouble in Little China?
Okay.
No, we're not doing that. I want to be nice to you because, I mean,
I'm so tired of
I
all
know.
these.
So I'm going to do... this is me being genuinely very nice to you, and I want you to say thank you when I'm done. Because I'm going to pick Tombstone.
Oh, I hope that's a thank you.
For you.
I've never seen it, so I hope it's great.
I hope it has a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome and kidnapping women.
Please, God.
I hope there's
Everybody
at
says
least a
it's
little
so
bit.
good.
A little bit. A smidge.
I don't need any more.
And a little bit of that.
It was made in the 90s, so it's got to be better.
Not shit. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Tombstone.
This episode was late. That episode might be late. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Life is kind of up in the air for
But
us.
it will come out eventually.
Eventually. Yeah. So that's a wrap for this week's episode. Thank you for joining us. If you like the show, leave a review, follow the chain, and join us next week as we link from Overboard to Tombstone. Bye.
See ya.